What's up, 4Trade Nation? So I just wanted to put this video out. It's about Cody Bellinger, but it's more or less about the importance of what needs to be done for the Yankees if they end up wanting to get Bellinger, and how it could affect the re-signing of Soto or getting Yamamoto. And we'll get into that later on. But before I get into the video, please hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon buttons. It's greatly appreciated. It's extremely helpful for the channel and gives me great feedback on what you think of the content that I put out, as well as I want you to be the first in line to get every bit of content that comes out. So thank you for that. So let's get into it. So Cody Bellinger, who is a free agent, has been linked to the Yankees. He's also a left-handed bat. The Yankees have also been rumored that, I should say, that the Yankees could have Cody Bellinger fall right into their lap. Now, it would be great to get Cody Bellinger, even though they already got 3 left-handed bats. The only thing is we have nowhere to put him. So that, kind of makes it more difficult to acquire him off the free agent market, on top of the fact that he will be attached to a qualifying offer. Now, something to think about is that Cody Bellinger's father, Clay Bellinger, did play for the Yankees. So Cody wants to be a Yankee. And that has been reported by many people. Cody Bellinger himself has also said that he wants to be a Yankee. So that's something to think about as well. But the issue is the outfield's already taken up by Verdugo and by Soto and by Judge. So the odd man out in this would be Anthony Rizzo. Bellinger does have first base experience. He has played there before. He played there when he was with the Dodgers. So now it's a matter of where do you find a place for him, and what do you do to make room. So in this case, the Yankees need to really consider their options here. There is a way that you can keep Verdugo as well as getting Cody Bellinger, and that way to go would be to trade Anthony Rizzo. So there's a few options that they have. There are 4 teams that are, or 2 teams that I should say, that are definite possibilities, are very realistic. And then there are 2 teams that are not saying that they're not realistic, but they're not as likely. But it's definitely a possibility if the Yankees had to make a deal to get Rizzo out of New York so they could bring in Cody Bellinger. So let's get started with that. So the first team would be the Giants. Now, the Giants have had an awful time lately signing free agents until they got Jung Ho Lee from Korea. But they don't exactly have a first baseman that they could plug in. I mean, they have Wilmer Flores, but he could be put anywhere. And then they have another first baseman. I can't exactly remember his name off the top of my head, but that's another piece that, is there. But Rizzo could really fit in nicely with the Giants. It could give him that veteran presence, give him a good left-handed bat, which it seems like lefties come at a premium nowadays. So Rizzo would be a nice fit for them there. Now, obviously, if you're going to make a trade with any team, it's going to hurt a little bit. We know this. We saw this with the Juan Soto trade, with the Alex Verdugo trade. Any trade that you make with Rizzo, you're going to have to attach prospects to get something in return. So just remember that. Probably Pereira would be involved. Maybe Brandon Maeo. Esteban Florial. I mean, there's a whole bunch of pieces that could be slotted in to a trade package around Rizzo. I would not give up any more arms, just because of the fact that we gave up 7 arms in 2 trades with the Padres and the Red Sox. So something to stay clear of if you can help it. I would give up bats to get arms in return. So let's get on to two possibilities that we could possibly get for the Giants in a deal for Rizzo and prospects. So the Giants have a 28-year-old relief pitcher by the name of Ryan Walker. He is a right-hander. He has plenty of team control left. He will not be a free agent until 2030. So Ryan Walker could be a nice fit to this bullpen. I mean, I know he is a right-handed pitcher, but it's the team controllable years that makes this player attractive. He is not a free agent. He's 28, and he'll be, by the time he gets done with his contract and he becomes a free agent, he'll be 34. I get it, but you get him for the prime years. You get him a little bit after, but it's not going to be too far after to where it becomes a concern. So right-handed pitcher Ryan Walker would be a viable option. Like I said, he's not a free agent until 2030. The next option would be 22-year-old Kyle Harrison. He is a left-handed pitcher. He is also a free agent at 2030. So he is actually a starter. So that could give the Yankees another starter, as well as Yamamoto, if and when they sign him. So that would be an option for them, and it would be a great option being that he's young. He's not a free agent until 2030, like I said, and he's a left-handed starter. So left-handed pitching comes at a premium, so that's something to take a look at. Again, you are going to have to package prospects with Rizzo in order to get players like this. Ryan Walker, you may not have to package so many prospects, but you will have to attach a couple of prospects in order to get him due to the controllable years. So that's something to think about. That's one team that would be a realistic option for the Yankees to trade with. Also, another realistic option to trade would be the Chicago White Sox. They have been selling off their team and having a fire sale. They have Dylan Cease, who's been linked to the Dodgers, and then you've got other players that they are looking to sell in return for major packages. So two pitchers that they could get from him would be left-handed relief pitcher Garrett Crochet. He is 24 years old, and he is not a free agent until 2027. So the Yankees need a closer, as we know. Garrett Crochet could fit right into that role, give us that closer that we so desperately need. It would be beneficial for the Yankees to look at a player like this, being that he does have control over years left. We would have 3 years of team control, so we'd get him through his last pre-arb and then his 2 arb years. So it's something to look out for and look forward to, or possibly looking into. The other pitcher would be right-handed pitcher Michael Kopech. He is a free agent in 2026. If the Yankees ended up making a deal to get Michael Kopech, we would get him for his last 2 arbitration years. The great thing about Michael Kopech is he could be either a starter or a reliever. So either or would work. That would give us a nice 2-way pitcher, and it would make it a lot easier to give Aaron Boone some options in 2024 with that pitching. Now, again, you're going to have to give up prospects. Garrett Crochet is going to command a little bit more, being that he is 24 and he is not a free agent until 2027, and that he is a lefty. I mean, the lefty is a bonus, but a kid of his stature will require more prospects than, say, a Michael Kopech. Garrett is 24 and Michael Kopech is 27. So that would be the 2 more realistic options for the Yankees to make a deal for Anthony Rizzo, and being able to help in assisting getting Cody Bellinger to New York if they were so indeed trying to do that. Now remember, that would be $23 million coming off the books for the Yankees. They would have to pay it out, but they would still be coming off the books this year or the year after. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So that helps them. And we'll get into that in a little bit. Then the two other teams that are possible trade partners, but I don't really see it as much as I do the White Sox or Giants, are the Reds and the Phillies. With the Reds, you can get left-handed pitcher Andrew Abbott. He is a free agent at 2030 or in 2030. He is a starting pitcher, which also makes him more attractive because he is a starter. Also, Andrew Abbott is 24 years old, so he is probably going to command a little bit more than the other pitcher that I'm about to tell you about. And that would be right-handed pitcher Fernando Cruz, who is a free agent in 2029. But he is 33 years old, so you're already getting him out of his prime, so it's going to command a package like an Andrew Abbott would. He's also a relief pitcher, so something to think about. So both would be nice pieces for this team. Matt Blake could, work his magic with them and make them into stud pitchers, or even better than what they are now. With the Phillies, you've got left-handed pitcher, starting pitcher Ranger Suarez, who is a free agent in 2026, and left-handed relief pitcher Jose Alvarado, who is also a free agent in 2026. Now, Jose Alvarado is 28, as is Ranger Suarez. With that being said, Jose Alvarado is a big lefty. He has closer experience, and he could become a closer. He also has experience in the American League East when he was with Tampa, so something to keep in mind. Now, getting on to why it's so important that if they do get rid of anyone, it is Rizzo instead of Verdugo. Because let's say you get rid of Verdugo, you're getting $9 million off the books. Now, if you get Rizzo off the books, you would get $23 million off the books, which is going to make it a lot easier to sign Cody Bellinger and then potentially extend Soto. And it will make it might put a little strain on it to get Yamamoto, but you can still certainly do it. Now, if you got rid of Verdugo, it would make it a lot more difficult to get a Yamamoto and a Soto extended unless you traded Gleyber Torres in a deal. So it's just something to think about, some of the positives, some of the negatives. But either way, you're getting money off the books and you are making a splash. They can either get a reliever or a starter. So those are the teams that are the most realistic, and then teams that I think are realistic but I don't see happening as much as I do the others. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Until next time, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.